Hey, what's up? This is Alireza. In today's video, we're going to talk about a very practical and important subject in CCNP course. First of all, guys, thanks for your support. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a lot for me. It actually kind of motivates me to make more videos and contents. It's gonna be something, right? Okay, anyway, guys, I know some of you are wondering why I stick too much to EIGRP chapter in CCNP course, why I spend too much for creating videos about EIGRP. Actually, it's not all about my desire. As I told you before, EIGRP is my favorite routing protocol, right? It's not all about that. Actually, more importantly, EIGRP is a base knowledge for learning other routing protocols. In fact, EIGRP is an old legendary routing protocol with many modern features that if you learn that properly, you will have no problem with learning other routing protocols like OSPF, ISIS, IBGP, BGP, pretty everything, standard protocol. So what if you have no topology with EIGRP or you're not supposed to implement EIGRP in your job? It is necessary for you. So try not to forget and run away from this chapter in your CCNP path. Okay, in this video, we're talking about a very practical feature in your CCNP course, which name split horizon. That is necessary and it is enabled by default in your topology. And we're gonna figure out how it works and what it is used for. And more importantly, I will completely teach you in what topologies you must disable this feature, split horizon, to avoid getting into the trouble in the future, especially if you're network engineer at your job in your company and you don't want to get into trouble and you don't want any downtime in your job, right? Okay, so stay with me until the end of this video. Okay, let's delve into it. Now let's break down what split horizon is. Split horizon is an intelligent mechanism in EIGRP that is beneficial in two main situations. Situation number one, when a router, for example router 1, sends its network information to router 2 with a metric of 0. Router 2 learns that information and then sends the same routes back to router 1 with a metric of 1. Additionally, router 2 also sends router 1's information along with its own to router 3. And then router 3 sends all that information it just received from router 2 back to router 2 again. This process repeats across all links in the topology over and over, which leads to unnecessary use of bandwidth and router resources. Situation number two, split horizon does prevent loops in your topology. Imagine link between router 1 and router 2 goes down. Here what happens. The duplicate information about router 1 between router 2 and router 3 are being transmitted forever. So it's gonna be a loop. But split horizon prevents happening loops in networks. Good news, split horizon EIGRP is enabled by default, so no need to enable that. But in some situations, you need to disable split horizon, for example, in frame relay topologies. If you don't disable split horizon, EIGRP cannot advertise the networks behind devices. When split horizon should be disabled? There are some use cases for EIGRP where administrators should disable split horizon. However, because of the risk of routing loops, Administrators should only disable split horizon if absolutely necessary. In frame relay, a WAN protocol that you can implement in hub and spoke topologies that can connect each site LAN to other LANs through a central device with tunnels like DMVPN or GRE over IPsec. The situations where it makes sense to disable split horizon typically involve a hub and spoke network topologies where spoke-to-spoke communication is not possible and may require split horizon to be disabled. If you ask me what is exactly hub and spoke topology, look at this topology right here. That you have one headquarters or central office and you have several branches in different locations. All of the branches LAN are connected to headquarters through tunnel in wide area networks, internet. Now we implement EIGRP to connect the branches to each other. But we notice the LAN networks cannot be advertised. Why? Exactly, because of the split horizon mechanism. So we should disable split horizon to resolve the problem in this situation. Now sounds clear, right? Great. Okay, this is how to disable split horizon in our frame relay topology. So we get into hub router or the device or router in headquarters in the middle, and we get into global mode, and we have to get into the interface which is connected to internet, wide area network. So in this case, for example, interface gig 0/0 is connected to our internet, and then with the command no IP split horizon. Listen guys, we input no because, as I told you in the previous section, split horizon is enabled by default in EIGRP. So we input no IP split horizon with question mark. You can see the potential command. We input EIGRP, and then, as you can see, we have to input our AS number. So in this topology, which show EIGRP protocols, as you can see, our AS number is 10, right? So again, we get into the interface, which is connected to our internet, gig 0/0, with no IP split horizon EIGRP, and AS number is 10. And after inputting this command in our hub router, our split horizon is going to be disabled, and there is no problem with frame relay topology, and all of the networks behind the spokes are going to be advertised with no problem. And we can also input no IP split horizon alone with no EIGRP AS number. If you have only one AS number in your topology, all right, and you don't care about the AS number. But listen guys, you may ask me, shall we disable split horizon on the spoke sides? Listen, there is no need to disable your split horizon in your branches devices. Okay, so the only router that you have to disable split horizon is your hub router or the router in headquarters. All right. Thank you guys for watching. That was all about split horizon. I hope you enjoyed that. See you soon.